Hello, my lovely wolf pack, and welcome back to the Lone Wolf Show, brought to you by Wolfpack Media, the most entertaining place on YouTube for your news and commentary. I'm your host, Justin Huseman, founder and news contributor. We have a great show today, and I cannot wait to get started. But before we do, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with all your friends and everyone you know, and join the pack today. And as usual, a quick reminder that Wolfpack Media is still taking donations. So if you like the show, if you like what we do here, and you want to show your support, you can go ahead and donate today by Cash Apping us here, $Wolfpack Media. And also, do not forget that this donation pool is also a raffle. So if you donate $10 or more, your name will be entered to win this Wolfpack Media plushie. So go ahead, donate today, guys. We really appreciate your support. All right, on to the news. So, in the early morning hours, it was reported that yet another attempt on President Trump has occurred. This time at his home in Mar-A-Lago. Now, no one was hurt here besides the suspect, who was taken out by police and Secret Service at the scene. This individual apparently was caught within the perimeter of Mar-a-Lago with a shotgun and a can of gas. Jesus. Now, on its face, this kind of looks like another young person, possibly with some sort of mental illness, that was kind of brainwashed by legacy media to think that Trump is somehow dangerous or, you know, the devil that they always try to frame him to be, which of course is complete nonsense. But let's go ahead and take a look at this article here. We got this from the Daily Mail. Mar-a-Lago horror, gunman 21 shot dead at Trump's Mar-a-Lago after making 700-mile journey. Jesus. Holy cow, people sure do travel quite a ways just to get, you know, deleted. An armed man was shot and killed by the Secret Service in the early hours of the morning after unlawfully entering the secure perimeter at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago in Florida. So they got the suspect's name here now. Austin Tucker Martin, 21. 21-year-old kid, man. These fucking people, dude. You guys need to get on meds, man. Make asylums great again. That's what I always say. Austin Tucker Martin, 21, was holding a shotgun and a fuel can as he tried to enter Trump's Palm Beach residence near the north side around 1:30 a.m. on Sunday, the Secret Service said. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump were in Washington, D.C. last night attending the governor's dinner, which is why it seems so weird. I feel like anybody that pays attention to Trump knew that. I knew that that's where he was, and that's what he was doing at the governor's dinner. 2 Secret Service agents and 1 deputy from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office ordered him to drop his weapons. They confronted a white male that was carrying a gas can and a shotgun. He was ordered to drop those 2 pieces of equipment that he had with him, Sheriff Rick Bradshaw said at a press conference Sunday morning. The suspect, who investigators say is from North Carolina and traveled 700 miles by car to Florida, was reported missing by his family a few days ago. Wow. So he's apparently just went off the rails. That's what I'm seeing. I mean, it's hard with all the attempts that have been on Trump and how vague and, you know, no information. Like Thomas Crooks, we have virtually zero information on him or his life or who he was. I don't like to kind of speculate on. I hate when people are just like, oh, this is just a one-off crazy guy. But it's like, guys, this is like this is like the 800th attempt on President Trump, where crazy people are coming up with guns to try to, I don't know what they're trying. I don't know what this guy was trying to do. What did you think he was going to do with a single shotgun and a can of gas? Like, I don't know. It kind of seems like a self deletion by cop situation. I don't know, because it's like, you guys really think that you're gonna get within the perimeter of the president's household with armed with just a shotgun and a can of gas? Like, are you stupid? Or are you just trying to get deleted? I don't really know, so it's hard for me to kind of speculate here, especially since I'm sure the legacy media will try to frame this as, oh, it's a one-off, or that I haven't actually seen a whole lot of anything about this from legacy media, to be really honest, which is kind of their MO at this point. Freaking somebody attempts assassination on President Trump, and it's like you hear crickets in the legacy media about it, which is absolutely it's absolutely, it just blows my mind. It's like, this is a sitting US president, and we're not going to report on obvious attempts on his life. It's kind of weird. I mean, even the Pennsylvania rally assassination attempt was kind of like, they reported on it right away the day it happened, but after the initial reporting, there it was just like crickets. It was like it was just swept under the rug of news reporting, which is really, really odd for uh any assassination attempt, not just on a US president, but on any president in any country anywhere. It's like, usually that's something that's in the news like for weeks and weeks, maybe even months to years, even in most normal situations. But I guess President Trump isn't important enough, I guess, to these people. So ridiculous, man. Because this really is just becoming like a sitting trend, honestly. And maybe that's why it's not being, that could be another reason why it's not being reported on as much, is because it's kind of like been normalized that, yep, people just try to, delete Trump all the time. So, that's not news. Like, it's absolutely blows my mind. I'm like, this is a literally elected sitting US president. We should probably report on this, which is why I'm here today, honestly, with you guys. I wasn't gonna do a Lone Wolf episode this weekend. I've been really working on our new pop culture series that hopefully I'll get to you guys either tonight. We'll be recording it tonight, but I don't know if I'll have it released by tonight. I will try. So if it does get released tonight, it'll probably be pretty late. Probably be pretty late when it comes out, but stay tuned for that. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I wasn't gonna do anything until I seen this story. I was like, well, gotta get on the old camera here and let you guys know about it. I know my ex-followers, I know you guys are on this shit. You guys are already, I know you guys probably know about it already. I always think it's funny how X tends to catch these news stories way earlier than any other social media site. It's kind of funny, but kind of sad too at the same time. Anyway, I'll read on here. Where was I? Two Secret Service agents and one deputy from the Palmer. I already read that, didn't I? They ordered him to drop his weapons. They confronted a white male that was carrying a gas can and a shotgun. Gas can and a shotgun. That is some redneck shit there, if I do say so myself. He was ordered to drop those two pieces of equipment that he had with him. Sheriff Rick Bradshaw. I already read that too. Oh God, I'm sorry guys, I suck. Every time I get to talking while I'm reading a article, I always lose my place. Here we are. The suspect, who investigators say is from North Carolina and traveled 700 miles by car to Florida, was reported missing by his. I read that too. Holy crap. I'm terrible at this. During the altercation, he put down the gas can but raised his gun into shooting position, prompting police to fire. At that point in time, the deputy and the two Secret Service agents fired their weapons and neutralized the threat. He is deceased at the scene, Bradshaw said. No Secret Service agents or Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office deputies were injured, which that's a good thing. Let's see here. It says, at this time, no law enforcement personnel were injured during the incident. We want to be clear, the President of the United States was not in the state of Florida, said Rafael Barros, the special agent in charge at the Secret Service Miami field office. Bradshaw shared one image of the gas can and shotgun from the scene. The deceased man's identity has not been well, yes it has. Yes it has. It definitely has. Well, yeah, police say Austin Tucker Martin, 21, is from North Carolina and was reported missing a few days ago. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I kind of got the image here. And sorry, I can't show you guys, but yeah, they have him standing there. Is that? Oh, it's the shot. It's just the shotgun laying on the ground. It's a really weird, dark image. It's kind of fuzzy, hard to see. But yeah, that seems to be all the information we really have here. Let me see if I can maybe find some information here. Here we go. Here's a... Oh, it wants me to subscribe to read that. Sorry, Daily Mail, I'm not fucking subscribing to you. Sorry, guys, I should have been more prepared for this. Let's see here. Let's see if it'll let me read this one. We got this. Who is Austin Tucker Martin? This is also from the Daily Mail. Armed young man identified as Austin Tucker Martin was shot and killed on Sunday morning after he entered. Yeah, we already know that. He's a North Carolina native. He was killed around 1:30. We already know all this. Why do they basically like rewrite stories as if it's a different story, but they're saying all the same stuff? I'm trying. I should have done better for you guys. I'm sorry. I should have fucking looked up some more information here before I started recording, but it is what it is. Oh, he's a North Carolina native. He was killed around 1:30. Yeah, we already know all that. After entering the north gate of the resort, Martin was confronted by 2 Secret Service agents and a deputy. We already know this. Okay, his family said on Facebook that Martin was last heard from on Saturday, just before 8 p.m. after he left his $1.1 million home. So this is like some rich kid, some rich white kid. Really, it really does kind of fucking, it speaks for itself, dude. He probably went to college and came out of college, and now he's going over to Mar-A-Lago trying to be, I don't know what the hell he's trying to be a hero, I guess, in his mind, more than likely. Let's see here. In Cameron, North Carolina. Let's see. This is not like him at all, his devastated aunt wrote. Martin lived with his parents. Fucking big surprise there. At the secluded countryside home, and the man had a fascination with drawing golf courses in his spare time. An Instagram account linked to him showed, I specialize in pin illustrations centered around landscapes, architecture, and scenery, he wrote in a brief description of his skills. Yeah, that's all that really. Oh, no, here we go. He posted dozens of photos of scenes from golf courses, buildings, and countryside shots in both black and white and color. Martin was also seemingly religious, captioned one of his drawings of an ornate garden with, "Thank you for this gift, dear Lord," alongside a Christian emoji. Photos of Martin posted by his family online showed him smiling with his siblings and parents. Martin was identified by a person familiar with the matter who chose to remain anonymous as they were not authorized to publicly discuss details of the investigation. February 22nd around 1. Yeah, we already know. We already know all this. The perimeter around Mar-A-Lago. No Secret Service agents or sheriff's deputies were injured. Yeah, I'm just trying to find, let's see here. U.S. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt wrote on X, in the middle of the night, while most Americans were asleep, the United States Secret Service acted quickly and decisively to neutralize a crazy person armed with a gun and a gas canister who intruded on President Trump's home. Oh, yeah, this kid, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make a prediction here because we don't have a lot of information as of yet. I'm sure in the next coming days we'll get more information on who this individual was and what his motivations might have been. But I'm gonna make a prediction right now, guys. Mark my words. I assume that yeah, he's another one of these kind of like the Charlie Kirk shooter, who grew up in a Republican leaning kind of situation, a Christian household, who suddenly went to college, came home, and had a completely different ideology and worldview coming from college. I'm telling you guys, do not send Republicans, conservatives, quit sending your children to college. Quit doing it. Stop it. It does them no freaking good, man. All these colleges are doing at this point is pumping out militants at this point. I can't even say because like his parents said, and of course the parents are always probably going to say this no matter what, because nobody wants to believe that their child is some crazy maniac that's going to try to gun down a government officials. But I don't know. At the same time, I kind of look at some of these situations and I'm just like, yeah, just a regular kid, completely out of the ordinary for him to act like this, go to college, comes out, and is suddenly indoctrinated into some crazy cult. I mean, yeah, a cult, but also like they're pumping out like these militants, dude. These people who think they're gonna, I don't know. I don't know what the mind of these people looks like. I don't know. It doesn't say anything. There's nothing that indicates that he had any sort of mental illnesses. Not anything that I can find anyway. Like I said, we're still kind of early on in this story, so we'll hopefully have more information on a later date. I'm guessing within the next couple of days. You like to kind of let these kind of stories kind of stew for a while. That's why I know in the news industry sometimes it's like whoever gets to the story first, but I don't like to do that here at Wolfpack. I like to kind of, that's why I didn't do the story this morning. I wanted to wait till later in the afternoon till there was a little bit more information because as of this morning, there was no information on the shooter himself. His identity had not been released at the time. So yeah, so I kind of waited for more information to come out, and we'll probably have to do that again within the next couple of days. I know. I don't know. I'm trying to keep you guys informed, but it's hard sometimes with these breaking news stories because there's not ever going to be a lot of information initially. But I don't know. I did want to kind of just highlight this because once again, I'm making the prediction that this kid was just a normal kid, never showed behaviors of this kind before. Went to college, came back, and then suddenly was probably a completely different person, or at least, maybe not forward facing, but at least had a different kind of ideology going on in his head. He was indoctrinated, or brainwashed, in my opinion. Quit sending your kids to college, people. Quit doing it. It does them no freaking good. Maybe find a nice Christian college, but even that, I'm kind of like, meh. I don't know. Because most of these places are just like, they're just pumping out these extremist militants, is what I would call it. And I don't know, man. Like I said, it's kind of sad. It shows how weak our ideology is, honestly. I hate to say it. I really do. I'd like to think that people that are raising children in a Christian household have this strong kind of conviction, but it's looking like not really, because a lot of these kids, maybe you're raising them in a Christian household in a conservative mindset, but it seems like their ideology is very squishy. If they can just spend a short amount of time, if all that can be erased so quickly, like the way they were raised and everything can be erased and eroded so quickly from just like a couple of years in college. Our ideology is so weak that it can crumble in an instant uh through these indoctrination camps. Like it just, I don't know. But you guys know the old saying, don't be surprised when you send your kids off to the Romans that they come back as Romans, you know. I guess I don't think I'm doing that saying right, but you know what I mean. But I don't know, guys. We'll try to keep you updated. We'll go ahead and probably leave it there for you guys. But also stay tuned for our new series. Like I said, it'll be coming out either tonight or tomorrow. I hope. I know you guys, I've been saying this for the past couple weeks that we were going to get this series going. We've been having some technical difficulties with it. And also, I'm just trying to structure it properly so it's not weird and random. But yeah, so if you're not interested in politics, I kind of wanted to spread out our audience a little bit. You know, I'm just throwing a fishing net out there. I know a lot of people, especially on X, follow us for our political content, but I just wanted to, I'm trying a few things, guys. We're trying a few things here at the Wolfpack. We do have a lot of gaming videos that the other boys here at the Wolfpack do. They really like gaming. So I figured, and some of you like that, so I figured we'd start off a pop culture series where we're still doing the news, but maybe a little bit more pop culture news instead of political news. Still the news, though. So we're going to try it out tonight. Hopefully we got all our technical issues taken care of on that note. But yeah, we'll let you guys go. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show. You can follow us on X and Facebook and all the other places at Wolfpack Media 92, and we will see you all in the next episode. Peace.